Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to go through some of the questions in day 6 exercise. As you see, I have already downloaded and added the day 6 exercise to my current working project, and I'm going to change my name here. Another thing, well, I want to remind you is this one. So remember, if you want to use the random module, the very first thing is you have to do a import random because random module is not imported or included by default. Okay, so well, let me take a look on the first question. So the first question is what will be the values of the following expressions? And first you have to uh, figure out the answer without running the code, because if you want Python to do this for you, and then you can simply do this, right? Okay, so if you do this, and then Python will give you the answer. But before doing that, can we figure out this by ourselves? So 3 smaller or equal to 3, and that is a true, right? And then 5 plus 9 will give you a 14, and 14 greater than 17 will give you a false. So that will be a true or a false. So true or false. And the rule for or operator is as long as we have one true, and then it will give me true. So this one should give me a true. So well, now I have figured out this should be a true without running the code. And now I'm gonna just run the code to check if I'm correct. And let me see. Okay, good. I have it true. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to do the question 1. You need to do that in your mind first, and then try to run the code to verify your answer. Okay, and another thing I want to try is this one. So well, you are going to simulate rolling rolling two dice, and the since we want to roll two dice, and then we are going to generate two random numbers, and each of the random numbers should be between 1 to 6, right? So it will be two separate rows, two separate and independent rows. This means we have to generate two separate random numbers. And how do we generate random numbers between 1 to 6? And I have already shown you this piece of the code, right? So this is for one row. And in one row, we get a random number between 1 to 6. And remember, we are going to do two rows, and those two rows are independent. It's possible you get a 5, and in the second row you got a 3, for example. So I'm gonna just grab this code, and then I'm gonna change that to row 2. So those will be two independent random numbers between 1 to 6. And by the way, 1 and 6 are both included, right? And then if we want to get the sum, for example, and then the sum will be the row 1 and then plus row 2. Okay, so now we got a sum. And then what else? So we are going to test whether the total will be greater than 10. Well, if the sum of those two rows is 11, and then we say this is a larger number. So, and the rule should be if the number is larger than 10, we say it is a large number. The next part should be if sum greater than 10, and then we print, okay, and then we can say this is a larger number. Okay, so and then otherwise we have to say print say not larger than 10. Okay, so for now I believe this code runs. Okay, I'm gonna try to run this. Okay, I run this, no larger than 10. It's not a big surprise because the total possible number is 12, so 10 is a pretty large number. Let me run that a couple of times and let me see. No larger than 10 again? No larger than 10 again? Come on, can you give me something? Probably I won't have that. I believe the code is correct, but I do need some luck to get a value larger than 10. This means 6, oh, good, 6, or 5, or 6, 5. So now I do have a larger number, but it's not really what I am expecting, right? So I should say you got 6 and this number is not larger than 10, or you got 11, this number is larger than 10. So how do we do that? And especially this 11 or this 8, they should be formatted and they should be the sum. Okay, so let me try to do some string formatting here. And remember we talk about string formatting, right? So this value, it should be, say, placeholder 0. And then I'm gonna do a dot format, the sum. Okay, so well, this is exactly the output we are gonna do if we got a sum greater than 10. And then I'm gonna print you got this value and this number is larger than 10. And then I'm gonna do a format and then backfill in the sum into the placeholder, so I got the placeholder backfill in. Okay, and remember for this part, you also have to do something similar like this one. So still you're going to use the string formatting and you're going to backfill in the placeholder with the sum. Okay, so those are two questions I want to give you some hint on. Well, another thing is remember for all the daily exercise, they're due on Monday 10 a.m. and we also have the Flipgrid topics, and we are going to have weekly Flipgrid topics, and the Flipgrid topic for this week will be posted later today. And for the Flipgrid, you don't have to participate every time, but you are expected to participate in 70%, 75% or more to get a total of 5% toward your total course score. Okay, so I think that's it for today and see you later.